We wanted to find out exactly what is going on behind the wheel.
And we did that with some well-placed hidden cameras. The results are truly eye-opening. It is a Fox 59 special report, Texting Teens. Here's Jill Glavin.
It takes just a second, an instant to go from fun and games, life as a typical teen, to a much different reality.
A split second can change your life.
To be a teenager means staying connected, not missing one moment, never leaving your phone behind.
Glued to his hand, I guess you might say. Have you told all your friends yet?
Joe Stricker is your typical dad, talks to his teenage son, keeps an eye on him. What's he really doing behind the wheel? As a parent, you can never be quite sure.
We wanted to kind of see what really does go on in there.
You gonna be okay if I put a pair of pliers on this?
So we called in the professionals. Extreme Vehicle Designs helped us take apart this teen's car.
Shooting down from that angle.
Found a spot for a hidden camera.
Unplug it in, try it now.
It's a tiny piece of equipment private investigator Steve Bachler brought us.
I'm not going to be surprised that they're texting and driving. There, that's perfect. I think once somebody sees themselves actually doing it on camera, I think that could be a deterrent.
That's what we wanted to find out. Joe took that car home, gave it back to his 17-year-old son, Nick.
Hopefully he's doing what we think he's doing.
The next morning, Nick hopped in to head to school. Our timestamp shows 7:09 a.m. It's dark, but look on Nick's lap, that phone already out. As he drives still in the dark, you can see the glow as he checks it. Fast forward, school gets out, same day. Nick pulls his phone out of his pocket right away. You can tell he's moving slowly through the parking lot, stashes that phone right between his legs. Over the course of a few days, we watched Nick battle plenty of distractions, changing his music, even picking up the family dog. And that phone spent a lot of time right here. Watch as he's driving, looks down, 1, 2, 3 seconds, glances up, then down again.
You know, a couple seconds can change your life.
Chandler Gerber knows how dangerous and even deadly those seconds can be, how one moment, one instant can change everything.
Started driving about 8 in the morning. It was really difficult to see, and I got bored. Just started texting my wife. My whole world just froze that morning. I just heard glass breaking, tire screeching, crunching, all those types of things. As a second or two goes by, I kind of came to a stop, and a body came off the top of the van, and I just knew that I'd hit something.
Gerber had hit an Amish buggy at full speed.
I jumped out of the van, and I just ran around the side of it to the back, and I looked, and there was just a buggy and a horse and just people laying in the ditch.
He killed a teenager and 2 young children along this stretch of northern Indiana road.
They're just driving just like that.
2 years later, he has a very real message for all of us and agreed to take a look at our footage.
I can just see that being in the van that I was driving,
Right away, he saw the shadow of his old habits in Nick.
When I see that, it just about makes me sick because I know how fast things can happen. I don't want that to happen to him,
Chilling words I showed Nick and his dad.
I don't want that to happen to him,
Have you thought about it like that before?
No. You don't really think about it when you're doing it. It's just like now it puts a whole different thought in your head, but when you're doing it, you never think, oh, I could hit something or somebody.
And wait until you see what we caught Dad doing. Watch the timestamp as he gets in Nick's car. Right after he watched that crew spend hours installing our hidden camera, just 1 minute and 8 seconds later, Joe is already breaking his own rule.
It's funny that you still do it.
I knew the camera was even there. It's bad habits for anything. It really is. 0.2 of a second can cause problems for anybody.
But what about the law? A lot of what these two are doing is perfectly legal. Talking on your phone in Indiana, we all know that's just fine. Using your GPS, that's okay too. Texting while you're stopped at a light, no problem. You could even be playing a game on your phone. It's when you're moving and you type, send, or even read a text or email that you're breaking the law. If you use the voice function in your phone instead of typing, though, then you're in the clear. Still, as he lives with the pain of his own accident, Gerber knows that even being legal can be deadly.
It doesn't matter how long you've been driving, how long you've been texting, how good you are at texting. Things happen.
Consider this, the average crash happens just 3 seconds after a driver is distracted. Plenty of drivers we found spend way longer with their eyes off the road. As for Nick, this was a real eye-opener to those little habits, like all the time he spent with his phone in his hand.
I never realized I do that.
Security blanket.
It's always my right hand, too.
An unexpected and powerful wake-up call for Joe, too, that no matter the temptation, no matter how urgent it seems, one little sound, 1 second.
It's just 1 second away from disaster.
Seeing this stuff, it definitely makes a difference.
The bottom line is we don't have a solution to this problem yet, and there aren't many people like Chandler who are willing to speak out. He hopes you'll listen to his message and remember what Nick and Joe learned here. You can see more of Chandler's story and get more information about the dangers of texting and driving. Go to this story right now on our Fox59.com homepage. Jill Glavin, Fox 59 News.